As Liam wandered through the crowded carnival, his eyes caught sight of a vibrant tent tucked away in the corner. Above the entrance, a glowing sign read, Madame Layla's Magical Maze. Discover your true self. Intrigued, Liam glanced around. No one else seemed to notice the tent. A thrill of curiosity surged through him. What's the harm? Just a quick peek, he murmured and stepped inside. The air inside the tent was warm and fragrant, filled with the scent of lavender and incense. Strings of golden lights hung overhead, and shimmering curtains lined the walls. At the center stood a mirror encased in intricate golden designs. The moment Liam approached, the surface rippled like water. Step forward, and the truth will be revealed, a soft, melodic voice echoed. Liam hesitated, remembering his friend's teasing words earlier. You're always so serious, Liam. Lighten up a bit. He laughed nervously and said, Fine, let's see what this truth is. As soon as he placed his hand on the mirror, the world around him spun. Warmth enveloped his body, almost comforting at first, but soon it turned into an odd, tingling sensation. His reflection blurred, shifting and warping until it wasn't him staring back anymore. It was a girl. His eyes widened as he stumbled back, clutching his chest. The changes were immediate and overwhelming. Liam felt his shoulders narrow, his frame softening. His hands, once broad and calloused, became smaller, delicate. He watched in stunned silence as his arms and legs slimmed, his waist pulling inward while his hips curved outward. This isn't real. It's just an illusion, he whispered, but the sensations were undeniable. His skin grew smoother, the coarse texture fading into a silky softness. He felt a strange weight on his chest as his shirt grew tighter, the fabric stretching to accommodate his newly formed curves. His voice, trembling, rose an octave. What's happening to me? His throat constricted, and the sound of his new voice sent chills down his spine. A lock of hair fell in front of his face, longer and lighter than his usual dark strands. He reached up to touch it, his fingers brushing against his transformed face. Smaller nose, fuller lips, and a gentler jawline. Even his hair felt different, thicker, and cascading past his shoulders in waves. He staggered to his feet, disoriented by the unfamiliar balance of his body. His new center of gravity threw him off as he stumbled forward. The mirror glowed again, showing his reflection. No, her reflection. No, this isn't me, Liam said, tears welling in her now bright green eyes. The voice returned, soothing but firm. This is who you are meant to be. Embrace the change. Meant to be? Liam echoed, her voice shaky. She reached for the mirror, but her hand passed through it, the surface rippling like liquid. Change me back, she pleaded. The mirror only glowed brighter. The voice spoke again. To return, you must understand the truth within you. Liam stumbled out of the tent, her transformed body catching the attention of nearby carnival goers. She pulled the hood of her jacket up, her heart pounding. Everything felt alien, yet strangely familiar. The soft sway of her hips as she walked, the sensation of the cool breeze against her exposed skin, the way her long hair brushed against her back. She couldn't stop noticing every tiny difference, every new feeling. She fled to a quiet corner, trembling. Why me? Why did this happen? She whispered, staring at her small, delicate hands. A pang of self-consciousness swept over her as she tried to hide her new curves beneath her oversized jacket. Yet, amidst the confusion and fear, a part of her couldn't deny a peculiar sense of calm, even liberation. This feels different, but it doesn't feel wrong, she admitted softly to herself, her fingers grazing the smooth skin of her face. Hours passed as Liam wandered the carnival, avoiding people and the reflective surfaces that threatened to remind her of what she had become. She sat by the carousel, its cheerful music a stark contrast to her turmoil. As the night deepened, she began to reflect on the voice's words. Who I'm meant to be, she murmured. What does that even mean? A soft laugh drew her attention. An older woman approached, her eyes twinkling with familiarity. Ah, you've met Madame Lila's mirror, haven't you? The woman said knowingly. You're not the first to question the transformation. Liam stared at her, desperate for answers. How do I undo this? How do I go back to who I was? The woman smiled gently. The mirror doesn't show who you were. It reveals who you are inside, the version of yourself you've always suppressed. Liam's breath caught. But I don't want this. I didn't ask for this, she protested, though her voice lacked conviction. The woman gestured to the carousel. Sometimes, We must embrace change to truly understand ourselves. Liam fell silent, the words resonating. She thought of how she had always felt out of place, how she had envied others for their confidence and freedom. Was this what the mirror had revealed? That she was hiding a part of herself all along? She closed her eyes, taking a deep breath. Maybe this isn't about going back, she whispered. When she opened her eyes, the carnival lights seemed brighter, the air lighter. She stood, her movements more certain, as if she was beginning to adapt. I don't know if I'm ready to accept this, she admitted, but I think I'm ready to try. As she walked back toward the tent, her reflection caught in a puddle on the ground. For the first time, she didn't look away. Instead, she smiled faintly and said, Maybe this is who I'm meant to be. And with that, Liam stepped forward into the unknown, her heart steady and her mind open to the truth the mirror had shown her.